everyone, Cheryl here today with KaDoodle Bug Designs, and today we're going to be working with this darling, I love this piece, Cutie KaToodles Valentine Wagon Horses. And so it is a Valentine's one, but I turned it into an Easter. So I took the Peeps from another file. It was the Hedgehog, I think it was the Easter Hedgehog, Cutie KaToodles. Anyways, so there is a lot of pieces here. And so what I tried to do when I pull my pieces off the mat, and I'm going to kind of show you, is as I'm pulling the pieces, I have these all lined up in my big tray, and I'll pull each piece. So like when I pull the hairs, I'll give one to each one, and then I'll bring in the next hair to each. And I do the same thing with the small hairs. Same thing. And then the legs, put them on the big one, the body, head, all that for the big. And then I went and did the same thing with all the pieces for the small. And so, and then any little extra pieces, I just kind of set to the side. And that way, when I bring it to the mat, I find that this just makes it easier for me when I'm bringing everything over to the mat. And so there is a lot of pieces on this one here. So I may have to do a two-part video. We'll see. I tried to prep as much as I could. So the first thing we want to do, if you look at her, is we want to start with this big hair down at the bottom. And so what I ended up doing was I took the distressed ink, the antique linen, and I just put some on my glass tray, and then just got it all lifted up with the dauber. And then I'm just going to kind of show you for all the hair pieces, all I did was come in a circular motion and just get the hair all done just like so. And I figured I would just show you on this piece here. And so all the pieces that are hair are done with the antique linen. And so that's that. Now, I did use the tea dye for all the body pieces, like the head, the ears, the arms, the legs. And so I just put the tea dye on here, and that's this one here. And so I just kind of loaded that up and then came in and did all my pieces, and I left them as I did them. I put them back where they went, but I just kind of swipe in and down and use the tea dye. And I'm using a craft cardstock, and I believe this craft cardstock is from Paper Tray Ink. I think that's where this one came from. I can kind of tell it's a little heavier. So that's how I did that. And then I also did, let me grab the muzzle, because I cut out, when I did these, I actually cut out 6 of them. Well, I cut 3, and then I absolutely loved it. I was like, I got to get 3 more. So this is how I did the muzzle, with the same color, and then I did the muzzle the same. Okay, so now that we have the muzzle done, we want to also do these little nostril things, and all I did was pounce down on them just to give them some color, and then move those back. So we'll get those out of the way. Okay, so I did those pieces. So all the light pieces are done with the tea, and all the dark pieces are done with the tea dye. Okay, so next we'll come to all the little pink. And the pink, I used pink Pirouette from Stampin' Up, and it's that one there. You can use whatever you choose. And same thing, I'm doing a little different on this one because I don't know, I just felt like putting them on the tray and doing all the pieces. So we do those, and then we're also going to do the little hair pieces, and I'm just going to dab down on those. You can do it on both sides, it doesn't matter. Okay, so those are ready to go. Oops. Okay, so all the pinks done. So I did the hearts and the little peeps. They're all ready to go. And then the next thing was, I was looking, oh, the eye. Let's go ahead and do the eyes. So I did cut the eyes out in a green. And on the eyes, I used the Certainly Celery. and just loaded up the little dauber. And then I held it down and just kind of came around the edge with the edge of this. And I didn't bring it too far in, just enough to kind of get the edge. In a lot of my videos, I show using ink pens and using the colorless blender on the Copics. But on this one, I wanted to do the ink, and so that's what I did on those eyes there. Okay, so we have the eyes all done, and let's see what else. I'm hoping I'm not missing anything. Oh, and the blue. So now on the blue, I did use a blue Copic, a BG15, and I did just come around, whoops, come around the edge. So this one is kind of small, but you could hold it down with like one of the little pokey things, like your little stiletto or whatever little tool, or you could use the Viker. I just used my hand or my finger, and then all I did was come in and kind of wet that with the zero blender. Okay, so that's her little for her hair. So I think we have everything there. Now I did on this one use that tea dye as well on the little wagon pieces, and I just came in and swiped along the edge. You could come in circular, but really just a nice little swipe on there does the trick. And then you could do the little ends. Okay, and get the ends. All right, so we'll just put those back. And then the wheels, I did use the white pigmented ink, and I only did the wheels. I did not do the handle or the little metal part for the rims on the wheel. Those are done with basil, like it's a silver basil, shimmer, like a shimmer cardstock. And so I use that. So just do the little wheels. I'm just dabbing on the edge. And then we can get started. So, okay. And for the little peep, I went ahead and used the green. Well, I outlined in the G12 the sea foam. I think it's sea green. And then I came in with the Stampin' Up! Certainly Celery. So I just kind of came around the edge like so, like that. I'll just kind of show you a little quickly. And then just kind of do your circular. And that's pretty much it. And so that should have covered all the pieces. Did I get the little nostrils done? I think I did. Nope. So we wanted to dab those. Those are done with this one here. Okay. I think they should be done now. Whoops. All right. And let me move all my pieces so hopefully I don't lose anything. And I'm going to spray really quick. Okay. Hopefully I got all that white. Alrighty. So now we're ready to start. So we want to start with the first hair on the bottom, on the big horse. And so I'm just going to do that. So we can go ahead and add the glue to the back. And I'm just using the art glitter glue, but use whatever glue that you like, you know, whichever works best for you. And so we're just going to place the hair to cover the white. Okay, so we have that one done, and then we want to do her left little arm. And so we want to add that one on, or her left, her little arm for the big horse. Okay. just kind of want to, whoops, try to get that placed. Okay. And so once we have her little arm on there, now we're ready to add her legs. And I tried to prep all the pieces. So I did like do them all separate and then glue them on. I figured just to help speed up. Okay, and then we're going to do her other leg. There we go. Let's just get those pressed down. And I don't worry about any of the white showing. You could always cut your background out in the same color as the body, but I'm not going to worry about that because I can come in with markers later if I'm bothered by it. Okay, so we have the legs on, and now we want to do we want to get her body on there next. And so I have her body ready. And so we can kind of place the body, and if we're not sure where the body should be, I always try to say bring in the head just to kind of give yourself an idea if that looks okay. And I'm thinking that looks fine. So, okay. So we have that. So now we want to go ahead and add the heart over here. And I'm hoping to use, oops, this blue heart right here. Kind of bring it. I'm thinking that's going to get covered. So I think that's going to be good. So we'll put this heart on first because we're going to need to put on that over it. So I think that should all be covered with like her arm and her hair. Okay. Oops. Yeah, maybe. Okay. I'm hoping that's pretty good. All right. So we have that on, and then we're going to go ahead and put the wagon handle on now. And so we can just kind of add some glue. Then you can kind of decide if it's up too much or if it needs to go down. Just get that pressed. Could always use the rag to press down. Okay. All right. So now we need to add her left. I don't know why I'm saying the big arm on here. Oops. And so it's going to kind of go right about there. Oops. Maybe because I'm thinking it's to the left. I'm like, why do I keep saying that? To the left. Okay. There we go. Okay. And so now we can go ahead and get her, I'm trying to think. I think we can add these other hairs now. I don't know why I waited. I guess I could have just had all the hairs on. For some odd reason, I just wait. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get these glued on. So that one's on. You can just kind of press that down. And then I want to get this one on, because these hairs have to be on before we put the head on. Okay, so we have those on. And so now we can go ahead and add her head or her face and all that. So we're going to add this one. Look at that. Like so. See if I got that covered. Yep. Okay, and then her little muzzle, I'm just going to add, like I usually do in a lot of my videos, I just add it to like 3/4 of this, and I try to leave room to add the eyes under. And so I'm going to put her eyes about like so. And I'm just using this little Viker tool. If you're new to my channel, I've had a lot of people ask me, about this tool, and I did get it off of Amazon. I bought a set of 2, and they come in a little case. Okay, I'm thinking her eyes look pretty good, hopefully. Yep, okay. And then we'll go ahead and add the green. But they come in a case of 2, and then you'll get the little, you get little 4 ends. I haven't replaced the end yet. But once it stops picking up, I noticed what I do is I just pull some of the wax off the bottom. Like I kind of just wipe it and kind of scrape it with your nail. But now you could reshape the end a little bit. But okay. And then get those. And then I just need to make sure. Okay. And then you can kind of just press all that down. And then I'm just using the Posca paint pen. I like using the paint pen. They last a lot longer than, oh no. Usually I put that in there. So what did I do with it this time? Oh boy. Oh, it's in there. Geez, I am so blind. Let me put that in there for a second. I want to let those dry. Okay, so we have the head and the muzzle on. Now we can put these. I want to just make sure because that glue kind of gets weird. So I'm going to add her little nostrils. Okay. And I'm hoping the eyes are dry. And I guess while that's kind of drying, I'm going to add some little black dots there. And then we can do the cheeks while we wait for that, just to make sure. So I'm just going to use some pink on her cheeks here. You can add as little or as much as you'd like. And then I could put a little bit right here. Okay, and so we have that done. And then we'll just come in with some little white dots. Okay, so now we're ready to start shading. And so we want to go ahead and do a light shading of some some black on her eyes. And so I'm just going to come in and come right here, because I always come back in usually. And then, so you could do them as dark as you want. I've done them, I did another one where I did it darker, and then this one a little lighter. It's really up to you. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to add her liner. And so I'm just going to start at the bottom and then just kind of come up. And I find that for me, having them upside down, I'm able to angle the pin to get it in there so it's not like real thick and away from the paper. That's why I like to wait for it to dry. So that way you can really just kind of... Okay, so now that we have that, we can go ahead and start with our lashes. So I'm going to kind of come down, and I'm doing really light to kind of feather out. And then let's go ahead and do this side as well. And then we'll come up here now, and we can kind of start. You can kind of curl them or put them straight. It's really up to you. However, whatever you like best. You can do them big and small. Sometimes when there's not a lot of room on the side right here, I kind of just do whatever. Okay. I kind of just do little ones. And then I'm just going to make sure they're all tied together there. They look good. And then now I can come in with a little light brown. And if you want the lashes darker, I'd say just come back in. And you can do them darker. So, but I think she's... I think that's okay. Okay. And then we'll add a little black. I think that's good. Okay, so now we can add her hair since we've got the face already done. And so I want to start with this, the biggest of the three little hairs. And see how there's the little outline right there? So we know we can put that one right here. And we just want to try to cover that up. Okay, and then we're going to come in with the medium one and, or with the other small one. And this other small one kind of sets, so we could have put that one first. Oops, I think it's, I'm just going to put that right about there. Okay, and then we have the last little one. For some reason, I thought they were 3 different sizes, but they're not. And then just put that one right there. And then we have our bow. Oops. And I think I'm going to do part 2 on this because it'll be easier for me to upload these. If I do this video for a long time, it definitely. So let me go ahead and get this. You know what I forgot to add was her ears. How did I forget that? So I'm going to have to tuck those under. See, I forgot. Oh, okay, so she needs an ear. I don't know how I forgot that. You're probably sitting there going, oh, she forgot the ears. She forgot the ears. Oh, those are cute. Okay, so we've got one ear there. The other one you don't even see. I think I'm going to leave the other one off. It's covered. So Yeah, I'm not even going to do that. So all I have to do, I pretty much ripped that up. I wonder if it would look cute if I had that just sticking out of the hair. Like barely. No, I'm going to leave it off, you guys. So let's just add some glue. Okay. Yeah, her other ear, the ears should have went on first, and then it would have been the placement of the hair, but that's all right. And so she'll have one ear. Oh, that's kind of going to bug me, isn't it? Oh, yeah, see, that one's covered. Okay. I got to let it go. Oh. Okay. So we're done with this side. So we just need to add any of our whites that we're going to add. So I would just probably add it here, maybe a little there, and then up going like that. And I always add them here, very faint there. And I think we could always do a little bit on the bow. And there. Okay. And so that's this one. So I hope you enjoyed part 1 on our video today. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos, please follow. And thank you for stopping by. And I'll have part 2 up as well. And so look for part 2. Thanks. Bye-bye.